Good morning, my wonderful people. I beg, make no mind my voice, so and I go manage me this way, because always you know that this all work. Sometimes you get attacked, and sometimes you stay afloat. But now we stand there, please don't mind my voice. Rather, you mind the message I bring to you. Nnamdi Kanu's lawyer reject federal government move to resume trial. Cite Justice Iyako's recusal. I made this comment yesterday. Why this man is rejecting Nnamdi Kanu's, rather federal government's move to resume trial. A lot of people, I got a lot of backlash. Why must I say so? Some say I reason from the sound of my anus. Some say that Nnamdi Kanu cannot stand trial. And I ask again, well, I'm not a lawyer, but can you tell me that if this guy rejects Nnamdi Kanu's trial, say he cannot stand trial again, then what happens? That is the question you need to ask yourself. A lot of people were busy to criticize me, to nail me on the cross. You see, this life, it is either you do good or you do bad. People must criticize you. So, even to avoid to do bad, people will criticize you. Why not do the bad instead and let them continue talking? Because we are living in a life whereby people only capitalize on one mistake you made and forget about your 1,000 good that you did. That is the kind of life we are living. I saw all your comments. And no problem. And they do well. But anyway, sir, if you say Nnamdi Kanu cannot stand trial, that I'm listening from my anus, then let him remain at the DSS. Because the next thing Nigeria government will do, and nobody will slap them, is to abandon him at the DSS. Then what happens at last? That is the question. And you that are very busy telling me why must he go to stand trial? There's no competent court. Then what do you want him to do? If you say he cannot stand trial and his case cannot be assigned to either Yako or a new judge, automatically they will abandon him at the DSS custody. Then in that regard now, who lose and who win? Why some people cannot even reason? If you start to go trial, then no problem. Let them begin to spend the money they are spending to bring him to court. And let the world also know the kind of injustice that is happening in Nigeria. If Nnamdi Kanu cannot stand trial, then how do you think he can be able to come out and people to see him that this guy is still alive? Or people can be able to see him in the court and see how he looks like. Rather, no, you want him, no, he cannot stand trial because they have decided and acquitted him. For crying out loud, there is stay of execution. Under the law, it is permitted. But I'm not saying I'm supporting the so-called zoo government on what they call it, on the injustice on Nnamdi Kanu. But let us assume that okay, Nnamdi Kanu cannot stand trial again in the court. So what happens? They will free him, right? With whose power? It is better you go to back to court again for the trial. Because once you're a winner in the court, you continue winning. Because there's no any new charges you can tell me you are bringing up against Nnamdi Kanu that made them to jail him, or made them to sentence him to life imprisonment, or made him to pronounce a death sentence on him. There's not. Then what are we afraid of? Now, wow. I've come across some kind of people who think that they are educated. Some say I'm illiterate. My brother, I never come out here and tell you that I'm educated. I am not educated. I am illiterate, as you said. But you that is illiterate, please go and free Nnamdi Kanu without court trial. Yeah. You that is you studied in Cambridge and Oxford University, please, without not much ado, go and free our leader Nnamdi Kanu. Arrest my case. Soludo working tirelessly for Nnamdi Kanu's release. Anambra government carpets desperate politicians. There's no any desperate politician here. We all hear what that monkey called Soludo said. We all hear it on the interview. Now they are coming out now to do damage control. Look at the people who say they want to free Nnamdi Kanu. After saying, give me Nnamdi Kanu, I will guarantee him to Nnamdi Kanu's release will not stop insecurity. Now, they want to politicize this now and said it is politicians that are saying that. Not politicians. We, the Biafrans, are the one who had you very loud and clear. And we are here to tell you that this double control can never take you anywhere. In fact, that government house worker, if care is not taken, you're not going to smell it again, Soludo. Rubbish. Peter Obi didn't perform as Anambra State Governor, Buhari's former aide. People who want their name to be known. Everybody is attacking Peter Obi. He didn't call Atiku your brother. He didn't perform as a vice president. It's Peter Obi that is, I God have mercy. I will continue to hold Obi and other political actors accountable. Moka claims after threat allegation against him. My people, I beg now here we go to start this our news. Have a nice day. Don't forget today is Wednesday, 8th January 2025. And now here we go to start this news. Like, share, comment, and make sure you subscribe. The lead counsel for Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, ALOY issues EJIMAKOR, has turned down the Fulani's government's move to set a date for the resumption of the agitator's trial. He based his rejection on the fact that Justice Binta Iyako of the Abuja Federal High Court entered and enrolled an order recusing herself from the Kanu's trial on September 24 of 2024. The prosecuting counsel for the Nigerian government, Adeboyoga Awomolo, had requested a date to continue Kanu's trial. In a letter addressed to the Deputy Chief Registrar of the Federal High Court and dated December 5 of 2024, Awomolo wrote, "We write as prosecuting counsel in the above-named criminal case pending before the Federal High Court number 2. Your record will reveal that the defendant asked his lordship, the Honorable Justice Binta Iyako, to recuse herself on Tuesday, 24 September 2024. The case file was returned to the Honorable Chief Judge. We were informed that the Honorable Chief Judge had returned the case file for the continuation of trial before his lordship, the Honorable Justice Binta Iyako. Grateful, may we ask for a date for the continuation of hearing of the criminal charges against the defendant. Thank you for your anticipated cooperations." Rejecting Awomolo's request, EJIMAKOR stated that the move was fatally misconceived and, if not checked, could mislead Justice Iyako into a path of infamy and unconstitutionality. In a counter letter to the Deputy Chief Registrar, EJIMAKOR wrote, "This communication pertains to the attached letter by the complainant requesting a date for continuation of the hearing of the criminal charges against the defendant. By this communication, we wish to go on record to inform your good office that the defendant takes serious exception to the said letter and hereby vigorously objects to the request by the complainant for a date for the continuation of hearing of this criminal case before his lordship, Honorable Justice Binta Motala Iyako. Our position is predicated on the fact of record that his lordship, Honorable Justice Binta Iyako Motala, had entered and enrolled an order recusing herself from the handling the case or anything with the trial. The said order was entered on the 24th of September 2024 and to date remains extant and subsisting as it has not been set aside by a subsequent order made by a competent court pursuant to a competent process on notice. Accordingly, we believe that the complainant's request is fatally misconceived and, if not checked, may mislead this honorable court to a path of infamy and unconstitutionality. For the avoidance of doubt, as of 24th of September 2024, the defendant no longer has any such case to answer before his lordship, Honorable Justice Binta Motala Iyako. Soludo is working tirelessly for Nnamdi Kanu's release. Anambra government captured desperate politicians. This is a lie from the pit of hell. Anambra state government has condemned allegations claiming that Governor Chukwumacha Soludo is against the release of the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu. In a press statement issued by the State Commissioner for Information, Law, May 4, The government asserted that the news was being peddled by desperate politicians who are intimidated by Soludo's performance in office. And what are those performances? Rubbish. Mayfor insisted that, contrary to popular belief, Soludo has been working ceaselessly to ensure that Kanu is released, hoping that freedom will bring peace to the southeast. Mayfor stated it had become imperative to address the misinformation circulating in the media space regarding Governor Chukwuma Soludo's alleged reluctance to support the release of Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB. This misinformation has been peddled by desperate opposition politicians who are intimidated by Soludo's impressive achievements in office. Contrary to the false claims, Governor Soludo has been actively working towards Nnamdi Kanu's release, as he hopes that Kanu's release will help restore peace and stability in the southeast. He has demonstrated his commitment to this cause through his actions and public statements. Notably, Governor Soludo visited Nnamdi Kanu at the Department of State Service DSS facility, where he offered to take Mazi Nnamdi Kanu on administrative bail and assured authorities of his availability whenever needed. Mayfor further noted that the misinformation was being spread by desperate opposition politicians and other shadow figures, describing it as baseless, politically motivated, and intended to discredit Soludo's administration. It is essential to look beyond the propaganda and recognize the progress being made, as well as the need for all to cooperate with the government to deal decisively with insecurity in the state. By working together, we can overcome our region's challenges and build a safer, more prosperous future for all, he added. The commissioner also expressed concern over the hijacking of the Biafra agitation by criminals. Governor Soludo is deeply concerned about the hijacking of the Biafra agitation by criminals. These individuals have turned the agitation into a lucrative enterprise, engaging in kidnapping, robbery, ritual killings, and other heinous crimes for ransom. This development has not only undermined the legitimacy of the Biafra agitation, but has also posed a significant threat to the security and stability of the southeast region. The hijack of the Biafra agitation by criminals has had severe consequences for the people of the southeast when it comes in terms of investment, or rather investors. The region has witnessed a surge in violent crimes, including kidnapping, robbery, and ritual killings. These crimes have not only claimed lives, but have also caused widespread fear and insecurity among the population. Furthermore, this hijack has undermined the economic development of the region, as investors are reluctant to invest in an environment characterized by violence and insecurity, Mayfor lamented. P2B didn't perform as Anambra State Governor Buhari's aide. Look at the monkey and his principal Buhari who destroyed that contraption called Nigeria. Everybody is looking for appointment now. So what do you expect? A former special assistant on digital communication to former President Muhammadu Buhari, Bashir Ahmed, has said P2B lacked the leadership he portrays to Nigerians. Ahmed said this in a reaction to the conversation on the alleged threat to Obi's life by the National Public Secretary of the All Poverty Congress, APC, Felix Morka. Recall that Nigerian News reported that Morka on Saturday, in an interview with Arise News, stated that the former presidential candidate of the Labour Party crossed the line during his State of the Nation address on New Year's Day. The APC spokesman also claimed that the former governor of Anambra State delivered a poor leadership and left no legacy during his 8 years tenure in the state. He maintained Obi lacked the right to criticize the policies of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, which he said were right for the country's economic growth. Contributing to the conversation on his ex-handle, the APC chieftain Ahmed echoed Morka's submissions. If P2B truly embodies the transformative leader he has been struggling to portray, he could have demonstrated it during his 8 years as governor by by turning Anambra into a model of good governance in Nigeria. However, he achieved nothing during his time. He left Anambra without any tangible progress or a legacy to his name, Buhari's former aide said. Everybody is looking for appointments, so expect more of this nonsense. I will continue to hold Obi and other political actors accountable, Morka claims after the threat allegation against him. The All Poverty Congress APC spokesman Felix Morka has dismissed allegations by Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi that he threatened his life following criticism of Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administrations. Obi, in his New Year message, claimed he and his family have received threats due to his criticism of the current administration, asking if I really crossed the line to warrant such threats. He attributed the threat to comments made by Morka during an interview with Arise TV on Sunday. In the interview, Morka reportedly said, Peter Obi has crossed the line so many times, and he has what's coming to him, and whatever he gets, he should manage it. Reacting to the allegations on Tuesday, Morka accused Obi of quoting him out of context and insisted he never issued any threats. In a statement he signed, Morka wrote on his verified official X handle, Mr. Peter Obi, former governor of Anambra State and presidential candidate of the Labour Party in the 2023 general elections, has alleged in his own words that my New Year message had now led to the threat to my life and my family and those around me. While I have received all sorts of messages, one Morka, Felix, has gone further to accuse me of crossing the line and has warned me that I will face the consequences. Ostensibly, Mr. Obi's allegation is in reference to Morka's answer to a question during an interview on Arise TV's This Week program on Saturday, January 4th of 2025. To be clear, and for the record, Morka did not threaten Mr. Obi or his family or those around him or anyone. Morka has absolutely no reason to and has never threatened Obi or anyone, according to the writer. Nothing that Morka said in that interview or any other forum remotely contains a suggest threat against Mr. Obi or anyone else, as the verbatim transcript of the relevant clip indisputably attests. He claimed that the allegations leveled against him by the former Anambra State governor is a malicious lie and attention-seeking. The APC chieftain further stated Mr. Obi's allegation that Morka threatened his life is a self-evident malicious lie and an attention-seeking playing the victim, emotional blackmail. His claim is potentially false and reprehensible. By falsely claiming that Morka threatened his life, Mr. Obi has labeled Morka in the extreme and has incited his online mob to make threats or rather death threats against Morka and members of his family. That is unacceptable. As a public figure, Mr. Obi bears a responsibility to provide accurate and truthful information. Instead, he has chosen to peddle falsehood and mislead Nigerians in quest for political currency and relevance. We call on Mr. Obi to immediately set the record straight, withdraw his false allegation against Morka, and call his online supporters to order. Morka stands ready to explore all available recourse mechanisms in valiant defense of his decency and impeccable reputations. As the national spokesman of the ruling party, I will continue to hold Obi and other opposition actors accountable for their actions, just as they seek to and should hold our great party and administration accountable when truth and public trust are compromised. These people are suddenly deviating from the main issues of the day. Yes, because this one now you see back and forth, Obi tell me this, Obi tell me that. They are just to draw the attention of people out, because you know that making that threat now will divert people's attention from the real issue, and now from the real issue of bad governments and the poverty and hunger in the land. And that's exactly what is happening now. Don't forget that these are all hungry politicians who the only brain they will crack when they gather in that their evil chamber is how to draw the attention of people and the world out of their evil governors. And that's exactly what this monkey called Morka have done. He has successfully done that, and Peter Obi fall into that trap. Anyway, my people are here. Go take a break, like, share, comment, and make sure you keep subscribing for more interesting videos coming your way. My name is Nnamdi Kanu. I'll be right back with another blockbuster. Okay, merci.